For we are to God the fragrance of Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Tokwe. I'm a fragrance reviewer from Lagos, Nigeria. And then on this channel, we have fragrance reviews, we have fragrance tips, we also have fragrance hauls. And intermittently, we also have fragrance tag videos. So if you are not already subscribed and you like all the listed things, I'm going to be elated if you subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you are always notified when I upload a new video. Hi guys, my subscribers, gang, how are you doing? You know that you are deeply appreciated and I do not take you for granted. So like the title suggests in today's video, I'm doing my Mancera. I have a couple of Mancera. I realized that I love Mancera, the house of Mancera, but I haven't done a whole house kind of a video. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I hit you today with my Mancera collection and a video about the house. So if you're interested in knowing what fragrances I have from the house of Mancera, without much ado, let's get into the video. Welcome back, guys. So as I said, I know that few of you like Mancera. So if you like the house of Mancera, just give this video a thumbs up because I have a few gems to share with you. I'm starting from the ones that so I love the house, but when I say the least favorite, it is not like I don't like the scent or anything, but the ones that I don't reach out for often now, and most of them are those that I probably had bought earlier. I think with everyone, please comment down below if I'm wrong, but you tend to reach for your newer fragrances than you will reach for the older ones. So I think that's what has happened to these fragrances. I'm blabbing. Let's get into the video itself. So I'm first going to talk about the house of Mancera. It's owned by Pierre Montel and her daughter. They are the same people that own Montel Paris, but the Mancera line he curates with his daughter. They have many fragrances. Their fragrances are known for performance, sillage, longevity, solid fragrances. Mancera is the kind of house that if you want to start your collection in niche, it is where you should start, because their bottles, their fragrances, if you buy from the original Mancera website, then they might be a tad bit expensive. But if you're like me and you like a deal, you look for them at the discount website and you will get a good deal on them. They usually come in 60 ml bottles, and 120 ml bottles, so that it's a good price for them. And usually you can see some bottles, especially on Fragrance X and Fragrance Net, you can see bottles at about $100 to $115 compared to the 120 euros on the original Mancera website for a 120 ml. So I'm going to start. So the first fragrance that I have for you is Mancera Velvet Vanille. This one was my second Mancera. I liked it so much. I still like it. It's a blast of citrus notes. So it has mandarin there. There's some lemon. It has some floral notes, and then it has vanilla, and there's a caramel undertone to it that makes it very sweet. This dries down to a sweet bubble gum kind of sweet vanilla fragrance, very sweet. It's girly yet matured. It is not too girly. It's just that this is the kind of fragrance that over time when I had this fragrance, I used to go in a lot on it. So at a certain point, it started getting cloying because I sprayed a lot of it. But this, it's so sweet, it's so nice, it's so sexy. I would say that it's very nice for cool days. I have worn it. There was a point where I used to wear it to work too. Very sweet. When you've been naughty, I feel like this is the kind of fragrance when you've been naughty and they've queried you and you have to go and speak to your bosses. You wear it and then it gives you that feel like you're a good girl. It has that good girl feel, innocence to it. Bubblegum, very nice smell. I don't use it often, but it's one of my favorites. When it was new to my collection, I used it a lot. This is Velvet Vanilla by Mancera. The next one here is Aoud Lemon Mint. This is it's below, not because it's not a good fragrance. It's very good. It's just that I've not really played with it. It says, first of all, it says lemon mint, but there's no mint in this. It's just a nice oud, clean. I feel like if you want to start on oud, this is where you should start. If you're a beginner oud user, this is where you should start. Because the oud here is almost not there. What you get is a sweet, green citrus with a tad bit of like blue notes, aquatic notes there, a tad almost not there kind of thing. Then oud here is very tolerable, it's very nice, it is not overbearing, it's clean, it's pretty. I haven't just used it often, I've worn it twice I think, and all those times I got many compliments on it. It's just a beautiful scent, I have to say. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So that's Aoud Lemon Mint. The next one that I have is my Cedrat Boise. I've gone into it. This is a citrus. It has lemon, it has bergamot, it has mandarin orange, it has woodsy notes. It has some cedar wood, I think. It's a woody citrus fragrance. And you know, the citruses are the most volatile of notes. So most of the time when I say volatile, they go quickly. They're not stable enough. So they don't stay throughout the journey of a fragrance. That's why citruses are used mostly as top notes. But this citrus here lasts almost forever. Like, it doesn't go. It's citrus, it's woody, it's fresh, it's clean. It's woody, not oudie. It doesn't have oud here. I can't remember. I'm going to try and put the notes there, but I don't think there was other wood in it. No, it had woody notes. It's just really beautiful, fresh. This is like summer, spring kind of a fragrance. Very fresh, very beautiful, and it does so well in the hot weather. It's a hot weather kind of fragrance that when the weather is very hot, it does very well. It's beautiful. I think it's unisex, but I kind of think it was marketed towards male, but it's totally unisex. It's beautiful. I like it. And like, I haven't talked about projection, longevity, sillage with these fragrances, because projection, like on my skin, and even the citrus Manceras last on my skin for like 6 to 7 hours. The non-citrus ones that are oriental and have raisins and thick syrupy ones, they last as long as 10 to 12 hours. On my clothes, we're talking the whole day, 24 hours. I dare say 48 hours in some cases. So honestly, it's the same with all of them. They all perform very well. Some might perform slight bit, maybe a 30 to 40 minutes more than the other, but they perform within the same range. So far as they're in the same category of maybe it's a citrus or it's a resinous one, is a leather based one, they have the same kind of performance. They have solid performance. There's something that I'll give up when I'm going towards the... So the thing about Mancera is that for a lot of people, I think that, I don't know if it's a signature or it is an ingredient they use, but there's always, not all of their fragrances, there's one or two that I have that have it. There's this medicinal quality to it. There's this syntheticness. I don't want to say synthetic, like a man-made attribute. I want to believe that for most of it to last as long as they do, there's some man-made notes that, or man-made properties or characteristics infused in them to stretch the longevity, sillage, and the projection of the fragrance. So you need to bear that in mind if you're one that is just about to get a Mancera fragrance. This is something that I think you should know and be there. Most of them, by the first 10 to 30 minutes of the fragrance, that synthetic or man-made-ness that some have is gone. And for me, there's a particular fragrance that I like, that synthetic, I call it medicinal smell to it. It works for me. I think there are two of them that have that smell and it works for me. So the next that I'm going to go on here is Saharan Wind. Saharan Wind is one of the 2020 collections, one of the 2020 scents from Mancera that I got. I think it has leather, it has some vetiver, oak moss, just beautiful. It has agarwood too. It's a beautiful, dense, nice fragrance. It projects quite very well. The thing is that I'm beginning to find out that the 2020 Manceras, well, what I love is mine fell, so this thing is a bit loose, the magnetic thing, but what I like is that the 2020 ones came with like magnetic cups, which is cool, because the other ones that have the screw-on cup, my velvet vanilla screw-on cup open, so I needed to screw it back on and screw it back on tight so that it doesn't open up again or anything happening to it again. So this one, it's great, it's dense, it's beautiful. It leans more masculine than feminine, I need to say, but it's okay. I would say that it's about 45% feminine, 55% masculine, so it's not bad. you understand. It's not bad at all. It's a great balance to it. I like it. I've come to realize that I kind of like this for different modes. I don't reach out for it a lot, but I kind of like it in specific mind areas. One reason why I bought this thing was the name Saharan Wind. Saharan Desert is one of the biggest deserts in sub-Saharan Africa, and I bought this for the name. Honestly, I enjoy it very well because it projects quite well, and people have given me compliments, many compliments on it, and it lasts almost forever. So I like it, but I was slightly disappointed about it. It wasn't too there for me, but I like it. The next one that I have is going to be Vetiver Sensual. I like this one so much. Everybody that knows me knows that Vetiver is a note that I like a lot. So this is a green, citrus, fresh, clean scent. There's vetiver, there's lemon, there's lime, there's mandarin, there's some woody notes. I think there's a bit of floral notes there too. There's oak moss there. Very nice, very light, fresh. I've really used it. It works very well in the hot weather. I enjoy it because I got this thing, I think November. And yeah, I've already gone through it quite a bit. I like it very much. It's a great smell, and I also got lots of compliments when I wore it. It's very beautiful. It's light, like I said, but the difference between these two is that this is a citrus woodsy note. This is a citrus green, almost dry note fragrance. So this citrus woodsy, this one is citrus green. So those are the differences, but there's quite some similarities to it. So I'm up to my 3. This 3 I struggled, but I kind of found where to put the one. So the next one that I have is Roses Vanille. Rose Vanille is one of it's rose, vanilla, agarwood a bit, some other notes together, some other woody notes together. This is a great fragrance. It reminds me of Intense Cafe in some weird ways. There's some similarity. Intense Cafe by Montel. This is a great fragrance. I like it. It's unique. Every time I wear it, people ask what I'm wearing because it is not very common. Also, I'm not a lover of rose, but this is one that I like. This is one of them that has it has the medicinal synthetic thing that I talked about. This is not one that I would advise for a blind buy. Even Saharan Wind. So I won't advise you to buy Saharan Wind blind. I won't advise you to buy Velvet Vanilla blind because of how sweet it is. But if you're one that tolerates sweet fragrances, go for it. I wouldn't say you can buy Sensual Vetiver Sensual. You can buy it blind. You can buy Cedrat Boise blind. This one and the next one we're going to talk about, I don't think you should buy it blind because even in the freight community, there's a bit of, what's the word? Divided opinion about it. The next one that I have is Aoud Vanille. Everybody that knows me knows that I adore Aoud Vanille. I adore it so much. It's an oud and vanilla mix that, yeah. This is one that I enjoy the medicinalness to it. The medicinalness go into like a cacao smell, cacao coffee smell to it. None of which is here, but it gives it that darkness. I like this fragrance. It's the fragrance that I spray when I want to be naughty, smell mysterious, smell like, I'm the boss. It's a great fragrance. It makes me feel very confident. I truly like it. But this again, because of the medicinal nature and the oud here is very pungent, slightly medicinal. I wouldn't say that you should buy it blind. You first would get a sample, try it out, and then see if you would like it before you buy. The last but not the least that I have is my Mancera Instant Crush. Gosh, this is one of my most used fragrances of 2020. Gosh, I use this thing. I used it so much. Like, that is how much I used it. And it's just great. This is what I think I would have loved Baccarat Rouge to be. It has saffron, it has sweet fruit notes, it has a lot. I can't remember all the notes there, but it's a beautiful, sweet, almost floral. It has that Baccarat Rouge kind of DNA, but it is better. It dries down so beautifully. It is smooth. It is just very nice and compliments down. When I traveled So when I traveled, I wore it, and at the airport, I passed, and then some were in Kenya. And the air hostess, they were getting onto they go ahead of you to the check before you. So I passed. And then I saw that somebody was calling after me. I get there, and it's like, I turned, and like, I was working with my colleague, so she was like, I don't know, but one of you smell very nice, like very, very, very nice. So my colleague pointed to me. She was like, this is a person that is very likely to be smelling very nice. Like, oh my God, what you use? I saw it's Mancera, it's called Instant Crush. And, she took notes. When I came up and then I did all my checks and I was in duty free, just walking around, passing time for the flight. The lady, because I was in the perfume area, I was trying to get a perfume, and then she's like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And I was like, oh, is that. So it was this fragrance, great scent. I love it. Aside, I have never worn Instant Crush and not gotten a compliment. In fact, there was a day when I wore it, and then a colleague of mine, there's someone in my company that wears Baccarat Rouge 540 as her smell. So I think that's also another reason why I don't want to get it, because I might go to buy it and not wear it to work, because I think for her it's her signature scent. And so I'm like, okay, I don't want to start wearing it and say, oh, you smell like so, you smell like so. No, I don't smell like nobody, I smell like myself. So basically, I think that was one of the things that is making me take baby steps, but that I like Baccarat Rouge. So back to the story. So the day I wore, she was like, oh, you smell like so person, the person that wears Baccarat Rouge. I smiled. That was one of the moments I realized that there's definitely some deep comparison or some similarity between Baccarat Rouge and Instant Crush. So if you have not already liked this video, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us a thumbs down. But tell me in the comment section what you don't like so I can work on it for you. And if you have come all the way to the end of this video and you are not yet subscribed, why now? I'm a little upset. We're almost friends. Click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you always be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. As always, stay safe and stay scented.